Hi everyone, Jessica here, bringing you another Vinyasa flow. Today we're going to start off on our back, so take a few moments to come down onto the spine. As always, if you have any props, bring them with you. We're going to lower all the way down onto the back. Just find a comfortable place here. You can extend the legs out long, maybe the toes fall open. You can bring the soles of the feet together, knees will fall wide. Just take a few moments, start to settle in, slowing everything down. Beginning with the movement in the body. So once you find that stillness in the physical body, start to travel that up into the mind. Start to slow down the thoughts. Let go of your day, let go of your week. Let the focus, let the attention come into the present moment. And just try to stay here for this time, getting the most that you can out of your practice. Now switching the focus to the breath. We want to find our yogic breath. So starting to breathe in and out through just the nose. Starting to lengthen, starting to deepen both the inhales and the exhales. Doing our best to keep this steady breath throughout our practice, using it as our guide. Maybe taking a moment, taking a breath to set an intention, finding something to keep the mind's eye focused. And once you have that intention, use your next inhale. Slowly pull it in with the breath, into the nose, down through the throat, into the chest, all the way down into the low belly. Holding once you find the top of the inhale, taking in one more tiny sip of air. And as you exhale, part the lips, sigh it out through the mouth. Gently letting the breath come back to normal, still in and out through the nose. Gently blinking the eyes open. And then we'll meet with the knees into the chest. So if the knees are wide, just catch the outer thighs. If the legs are extended, just bend the knees in one at a time. Catching the shins, taking a moment just to sway gently from right to left. Starting to wake up the low back, massaging the kidneys. And once you find stillness, we'll keep the right knee bent. So let the sole of the right foot come flat to the mat and just extend the left leg straight. Flexing the left foot. The hands can come to the back of the left thigh. The hands can walk up towards the back of the knee, or maybe even up to the back of the calf. You can keep the shoulders and the back of the neck on the mat. You can lift the back of the head, maybe walk the hands up even higher, grabbing the outer and inner arch of the left foot. Left peace fingers can wrap around the toe, shoulders can drop back down. If you still want more, this right leg can extend straight and lower flat to the mat. If you take the option to extend the right leg, make sure you keep the leg engaged. So you're flexing the foot, pressing the heel forward. Keeping the shoulders and the hips grounded. Breathing wherever you are. Lengthening down the back of the left leg, opening the back of the knee. Last inhale and exhale. If you extended the right leg, rebend the knee so the sole of the foot comes flat. Release whatever option you have on this left leg. Walk the hands down to the back of the thigh. Make sure you have a flex in the foot. We're bending the knee, bringing the outside of the left ankle just above the right knee. So setting up for our figure 4 stretch. Hips are still grounded. Left palm is coming to the left inner thigh, and you're just gently pressing the knee forward. Good. Finding a slow stretch here, warming up the body. Chin pulls in slightly towards the chest, so we're lengthening the back of the neck. Left foot stays flexed. Last breath. And then slowly release the left palm from the inner thigh. The arms are coming out to a T. We're going to move to a twist from here. So you're going to keep this figure 4 shape with the legs. Both knees are falling over towards the right. So as that happens, you're coming to the outer edge of the right foot. Sole of the left foot comes to the mat. Left knee is bent towards the sky. Gaze can stay lifted or turn towards the left. If you want a little bit more, this right palm can come to the left inner thigh. And same as we did with the other hand. Just using gentle pressure, pressing the knee slightly forward. Taking a little different variation in our twist, breathing into the left side, last breath. Release the right palm if you took it to the left leg. Gaze lifts towards the sky. Start to unwind, keeping that figure 4 shape, bringing it back to center. Once you're there, unwind, send the left heel towards the sky, and then just switch. Bring the sole of the left foot to the mat. Knee stays bent for now. Right leg extends towards the sky. We'll flex the foot. Both hands can come to the back of the left thigh. You can walk it up, the right thigh. You can walk it up to the back of the knee, or maybe up towards the calf, the ankle. Back of the neck can lift. You can grab somewhere on the inner or outer arch of the foot. You can grab the big toe with the peace fingers, maybe dropping the shoulders back down. Just find what works here, being mindful that we're just warming up. So maybe the hamstrings are still tight, breathing into the back of the knee. Maybe keeping the sole of the left foot on the mat, maybe extending the legs straight. Remembering to keep that left leg strong if you have it lowered to the mat. Flexing the foot, squeezing the quad. Both hips are grounded no matter where you are. Chin is pulling in towards the chest. One final breath. If you extended the left leg, put the bend back in the knee so the foot is flat on the mat. Start to walk the hands down the back of the right leg, stopping once you're at the thigh, making sure you're flexed through the right foot. We'll set up for our figure 4 shape. Outside of the right ankle comes just above the left knee. Right palm comes to the right inner thigh. Left hand can rest outside the hip. Left arm can extend out to a T. Again, just finding a gentle stretch here, warming up to the hips. And then we'll set up to twist, bringing this right arm out to a T so the arms are extended. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly drop both knees to the left. So your figure 4 shape is falling to the left. Now you're on the outer edge of the left foot. Sole of the right foot comes to the earth. Gaze can stay to the sky. Chin can turn towards the right shoulder. Left arm can stay extended. Left palm can find the right inner thigh. Again, your choice. Stretching from the right armpit all the way down the right side to the hip. Maybe even down through the knee. Final breath. Starting with the gaze, take it towards the sky, release the left hand. Slowly bring your figure 4 shape back to center. Unravel the legs, hug them in towards the chest, maybe take a sway from right to left, just reset the spine. And then finding stillness, find the backs of the thighs with the palms. We'll start to rock it forward and back, just moving along the length of the spine. Eventually coming into a seated position. So take as many rocks forward and back as you need. Eventually the hips are grounded, either onto your mat or again, feel free to grab a block. You can wedge it underneath the hips. Wherever you are, hips are down, knees are relaxed. Sitting up tall on the inhale, arms sweep towards the sky. Gazing up, watching the palms meet. So you're opening up the front of the neck, pressing the palms firmly together, starting to activate the shoulders. Take one more deep breath in, holding as you exhale. Interlacing the fingers, flipping the palms to face towards the sky. Take the gaze forward. As you inhale, the gaze is following the hands. So think cow pose here. Arching through the spine, belly and chest press forward, gaze lifts, pinkies press behind the body. On your exhale, start to round the back. Hug the navel in. Watch the thumbs as they lower down towards the shins. Good, rounding here. Again, inhale to lift, palms press up and back. Exhale, round. Last one. Meeting on the inhale, send the palms towards the sky. Finding a neutral spine, release the interlace of the fingers. Drop the right fingertips outside the right hip, and then walk the hand out. You can stay on the fingertips so the palm is lifted. You can plant the right palm flat, or maybe come down onto this right forearm. Make sure whatever option that you're choosing that this left hip does not lift away from the mat. So if you need to back out, take a few steps back. Left fingertips are reaching up and overhead. Gaze can drop towards the right hip. Gaze can come forward, or maybe the gaze lifts. Feel free to take a few shakes of the head, warming up the neck. Breathing into the left side wherever you are. Finding stillness with the neck. Take one more deep breath in, find a little more length, and just exhale the left fingertips down so the hands are shoulder distance apart. So the chest is square towards the mat, maybe rounding a little bit deeper through the upper back, drawing the chin in towards the chest. And then slowly start to walk the hands in towards the right hip. Once the chest is upright, fingertips are coming behind the hips to shift the weight back. And then you're just gonna take the opposite shin in front. So just switch the cross of the legs. Hips are still grounded, knees are still relaxed. Sitting up tall again, inhale, gazing up, watch the palms meet, holding here. Pressure between the palms, shoulders relax down away from the ears. Gazing forward, fingers interlace back to our seated cat-cow. So your inhale, belly presses forward, hug the navel in. Exhale, round the back. Thumbs press down towards the shins, navel pulls in towards the spine. 2 more times, your breath. Slight bend through the elbows. Last time like that. Back to your neutral spine, hands reach overhead. Release the interlace of the fingers, left fingertips are coming outside the hip. You're walking out to your degree. Turn the right palm so it faces towards the left. Gaze can lift, gaze can come forward or drop. Maybe you're on the left fingertips, maybe the palm is flat. Maybe it's available to bring the left elbow down. Again, whatever option you're taking, making sure that that right hip is not lifted. Maybe drawing the right shoulder slightly back, maybe shaking the head no. Stretching from the right hip through the right fingertips. Last breath. And then stay here. Take one more deep breath in. And then just exhale, slowly drop the right hand down. Shoulder distance from the left. Maybe draw the chin in towards the chest. Hips are still grounded. And then slowly walking both hands in. This time, taking the hands in front of the shins, rocking forward, or just swinging the legs behind the body, meeting on all fours. Getting there how you need to, finding your adjustments, your alignment here. Wrists are down below the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, starting with the neutral spine. And then we'll move back into that cat-cow. Slight bend through the elbows, belly drops. Start to lift the chin away from the chest as you arch the spine. And then exhale, round the back. Press the spine towards the sky, chin to chest. Last one, inhale to drop. Exhale, round. Meet back in your cow pose. Drop the belly, arch the spine this time. Tuck the toes, lift the knees and hips, downward facing dog. Moving how you need to here. Feel free to pedal through the feet. Dropping the heels one at a time. Maybe windshield wipering the heels from side to side to lengthen the sides of the body. Again, moving how it feels good today. Maybe that's different from the last time you were on your mat. You take what your body needs. Head can shake yes, head can shake no. Elbows can bend. Finish up one more breath. And then find some stillness here in your down dog. Let the heels melt towards the earth. If the low back or the hamstrings are tight, you can bend the knees. Just finding some relief here. Next inhale, we'll all lift the heels. Tiptoe the feet all the way to the top of the mat. Take as many steps as you need. Keep the palms planted. Eventually the heels will ground. Take an inhale. Find your first half lift. Fingertips can be on the mat. Palms can find the shins. Crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Hold your forward fold. Take a few breaths. Knees can bend as much as they need to. Maybe the belly is on the thighs. Arms can stay extended. Palms can flip to face the sky to stretch the wrists. Elbows can bend. Hands can find opposite elbows to ragdoll, just using gravity to find a little deeper stretch here, releasing the neck. If the chest is tight, fingers can interlace at the low back. Knuckles can press to the sky. Pinkies can fall overhead. Maybe rest the thumbs on the low back. Head can shake yes, head can shake no. Shoulders can sway from side to side. Again, your forward fold. Take what your body needs. Last breath where you are. Making sure you're even from side to side. And then coming to stillness, letting go of any grip you chose to take. We're gonna roll up slowly. Weight is in the heels, chin to chest. Tuck the tailbone, fingertips are heavy. So take it up as slowly as you possibly can. Really pressing through the heels. And once the chest starts to lift, squeeze the glutes. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Finding your strong Tadasana. Feet are starting off hip distance, toes are spread wide. Good, relaxing the shoulders, standing tall. And then we'll heel to the feet together. Big toes touch, maybe a slight space between the ankles. Just find what feels good for the knees and the hips. Next, inhale, arms reach towards the sky. Exhale, drop the right hand outside the right hip. Shoulders are level for the inhale, take it. Exhale, right fingertips lower towards the earth. Left fingertips reach up and overhead. You should feel a stretch in the left side body. Adjust the gaze, find where it feels best. Good, keep the right hand close to the right leg. Slowly inhale, once the shoulders are level, right hand reaches up, palms meet. Exhale, forward fold, soft bend in the knees, hinge from the hips. Inhale, lift halfway to lengthen. Exhale, ground the fingertips, step the left foot all the way back. Smudge the toes back, drop the knee, untuck the toes. Right palm to right thigh, left arm reaches towards the sky. Option to keep the shoulders stacked over the hips. Option to take a back bend, shoulders back, chest lifts. Good, keep sinking the hips to where it's comfortable, maybe lifting the hips if that feels best. One more inhale. Exhale, palms frame the right foot. Left toes tuck. Plank pose, right foot steps back. Find your full plank or knees can drop to the mat for an option. Gaze is down, breath is steady. Take one round. And then staying in your plank, take the right toes, tap them off the mat, and then take them back in hip distance. Left foot, toes tap out, back to the center. One more time, right, center. Stay in your plank, left, center. Drop the knees, keep the hips lifted, lower the chin and the chest. Find your caterpillar pose. Slowly drop the hips, untuck the toes, press through the tops of the feet, roll the shoulders back, find a low cobra. Exhale, release, meet in downward facing dog. Press it up, tuck the toes, lift the hips, full breath. Inhale, reach the right toes high. Exhale, step the right foot through between the hands. Once the foot plants, walk the fingertips forward for balance. You're gonna lift this left leg up hip height. Think modified warrior 3. Gaze is down so the back of the neck is long. Take an inhale, lift the chest, lengthen. Exhale, pull the left knee into the chest, stamp the left foot down below the hip. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way to stand, palms meet overhead. Bend the elbows, thumbs to chest. Release the arms by the sides, heel to the feet into touch, spread the toes. Inhale, arms will reach. Exhale, left hand drops outside the left hip. Shoulders start level, take your inhale. Exhale, right fingertips reach to the left, right side body lengthens. Squeeze through the inner thighs. Weight is even amongst all 4 corners of the feet. Right hip presses towards the right. Right fingertips reach towards the left. Last breath. Take it deeper on the exhale. Slowly realign the shoulders. Left palm reaches up to meet the right. Forward fold. Hinge from the hips. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, ground the fingertips, step the right foot back, setting up for that low lunge. Right knee drops, top of the foot follows. Left palm to left thigh, right arm reaches towards the sky. Again, you choose if you're staying here with the shoulders over the hips, or maybe you send the shoulders back to open the chest. If you're taking your back bend, send the gaze up, open the front of the neck, open through the heart. Keep sinking through the hips, last breath. Slowly inhale where you are. Exhale, frame the left foot, plant the palms, plank pose. Left foot steps back, shoulders in line with the hips, hips in line with the heels, maybe the knees lower, full breath. This time we're gonna lift the heel, so keep the leg strong, just press the right heel towards the sky, squeeze the glute. Right toes come back down. Switching sides, left heel presses, pause, bring it down. One more set, right heel up, take it down to the left. Bring it down, taking our first chaturanga, knees up or down. Shoulders shift forward, elbows hug in towards the ribs. Cobra or up dog on the inhale, arms extend, heart opens. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Inhale, reaches the left toes to the sky. Exhale, the left foot steps through between the hands. Walk the fingertips forward for balance. Modified warrior 3. On your inhale, lengthen the chest and the right leg. Exhale, pull the right knee into the chest, stamp the right foot to the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms high, palms meet overhead. Bend the elbows, thumbs to chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms your way to downward facing dog. Knees can drop. Remember your option. If you want a little bit more, maybe move from your upward facing dog back into your chaturanga, adding in your extra push-ups. Your choice, me with the hips high. Inhale, right leg lifts. On the exhale, bend the right knee, open up the hip. Find your down dog scorpion. Reach the right knee towards the sky. Think of pulling the right heel towards the left hip. Work the hamstring. Left heel releases towards the mat. Last breath. Re-extend the right leg, square the hip. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, shift forward, right foot steps between the hands, left knee lowers again. Untuck the left toes. Maybe using a block here, we're gonna send the arms towards the sky. We're gonna start to flow from side to side. So we're gonna eventually be bringing the hands down towards the earth to lengthen the sides of the body. So that's where the block can come into play. If you want the block, bring it outside the right hip to start. Keeping in mind the block has multiple lengths, so find what works for your body. Good, so with both arms reaching towards the sky, hips are as low as you are comfortable. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, right hand is lowering either to the mat or your block. You're gonna sink the hips and the left arm up. Good, breathing here for one round. And then we'll flow. So with the inhale, you're gonna lift the shoulders. Right arm reaches up, you're gonna take the block into the left hand. Drop the block down. Reach the right arm up and overhead. One round of breath. And then we're gonna flow with the breath. So we're inhaling to lift. Use the core to stabilize. Exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches. Good, to the left, reach it up. Exhale, take the left hand down. One more set, inhale, center. Exhale, right. Last one, inhale. Exhale to the left. Good, so taking your time, we're gonna bring the left palm inside the right foot. You can come with or without the block, setting up for our twist. So plant firmly through the palm or your block, right arm reaches towards the sky. Squeeze through the inner thighs. And then start to activate the core. We're gonna lift this up into a twisted lunge. So reach the left fingertips away from the earth. Right hand reaches back, left arm reaches forward. You can gaze ahead, maybe past the right thumb. Arms can stay at a T, right palm can drop down to the back of the left thigh as the left arm lifts. One more inhale. On the exhale, fingertips to the mat, left toes tucked, take it into a half split. Extend the right leg straight. Keep in mind the block here. You can walk the block underneath the hands, lifting the chest, maybe staying here. Maybe walking the hands forward to fold the torso over the right thigh, keeping the right toes flexed back towards the body. Right hip draws back, left hip draws forward. Neck is long, breath is steady. Last breath. Slowly start to release. If you have the block, just set it off to the side. Maybe inch the right heel back so you can rebend the knee. Once the foot plants, palms plant, plank pose. Take the right foot back, gazes down, take your full breath. Rolling from side to side, starting with our side plant. So heels will first drop to the left. Left palm stays down, right arm reaches high, deep breath in. On the exhale, right palm lowers, heels lift. Drop the heels to the right. Inhale, center, squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, back to center. One more set. Inhale, take it to the left, right arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Heels to the right. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, drop it down. You can lift the hips. You can take your vinyasa. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Next inhale, left toes reach to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Start with your scorpion. Keep the neck relaxed. Right heel presses towards the earth. Left knee reaches towards the sky. Fingertips are spread. Take last breath here. Left leg will re-extend. We'll square the hip. Your exhale, left foot steps through between the hands. Drop the right knee. Untuck the toes. Good. Sink the hips. Send the arms towards the sky. Remember the option for the block here. We're going to flow from side to side. So take a deep breath in. Left hand is lowering first. You're taking it on or off the block. Just enough so you can sink the hips and lengthen the right side body. So try to keep the shoulders square here. Maybe gazing towards the sky. And on your next inhale, squeeze the core. Left palm reaches up. Block switches to the right hand. We'll drop the block outside the right hip. Left arm reaches towards the right side. Full breath here. And then we'll flow. So on the inhale, rise it up. Exhale, take it over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Really opening up through the hips one more time from side to side. Last time, over to the right. And then we're going to bring the right hand inside the left foot, on or off the block. You choose. Hug the navel in. Press through the right hand to send the left arm higher. Find your twist. Really squeezing through the inner thighs. On the next inhale, start to lift the right palm away from the mat, sending the left hand behind you, right hand in front of you. Good. Relax the shoulders. You can stay or drop the left hand to the back of the right leg. Right arm reaches up or up and back. Good. Slowly exhale, cartwheel the fingertips to frame the left foot. Tuck the right toes and then extend it back into your half split. Squeeze into the low belly. Squeeze the left quad and flex the left foot. Option for the block here as well. Chest can lift. Hands can walk forward, torso is folding over the left thigh. Keep the breath steady, drawing back slightly through the left hip. Last round of breath. Slowly walk the hands in, block comes off to the side, maybe slide the left heel back. Rebend the left knee, plant the palms, plank pose. Right knee lifts, left foot steps back. Hold it here, full breath. This time we're just gonna tap the knees. So try to keep the hips stable. You're gonna tap the right, lift it back up, tap the left, back to center. Right, lift, left, hold. You choose if you take your vinyasa. We all meet in down dog. Take your breath once the hips lift. Feel free to exhale through the mouth. And then we'll make our way to the top of the mat. Big toes touch. Heels lift, knees bend. You can jump, step, or walk your way, bringing the feet below the hips. Once you find the top of the mat, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rising to stand, squeeze the core. Circle sweep the arms up. Bend the elbows, thumbs to chest. Flowing when you're ready. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Soft knees, hinge from the hips. Meet me in downward facing dog. You choose how you get there. If you're jumping back, make sure you're landing with a bend in the elbows. Always remembering your option for your extra push-ups. On the inhale, right toes reach to the sky. Exhale, shift forward, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, step the right foot through between the hands. Stay on the left toes, left fingertips stay down, right arm reaches towards the sky. Start off with that twist. Maybe gazing towards the right side, maybe gazing towards the right thumb. Good, you can be on the left fingertips, the left palm, or even on a block here, squeezing through the inner thighs. Working the core here, we're gonna start to lift this up. So really squeeze the navel in, start to lift the shoulders. Right hand reaches back, left hand reaches forward. Still gazing where you need to here to help with the balance. Left heel is lifted, left quad is engaged. Option to always bring the left knee to the mat. Last breath. Gazing past the left thumb, you're gonna drop the right hand outside the right hip, square the chest to the front of your mat, send the left hand towards the sky. So think where we were when we were standing. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the right fingertips down, left fingertips up and overhead. Stabilize the hips here by squeezing the inner thighs. Keep the deep bend through the right knee. Last breath. Slowly realign the shoulders. Once you find the balance, right arm reaches up, palms face in, deep breath in. Exhale, waterfall the fingertips to frame the right toes, and then extend the right leg straight. Your choice whether the toes stay grounded or you flex the toes back towards the face. You can stay still. You can come back into that half split if you need to drop the left knee. If you want to find a little active stretch, you can use the breath. You're going to inhale forward, sink the hips, lift the chest. Exhale, extend it back and fold. We're going to take 3 more breaths. You choose if you're moving or staying still. Last inhale and exhale. Meaning in your lunge, right knee bends, palms frame the foot, take your vinyasa. Maybe the right leg lifts. We will meet back in downward facing dog. Full in and out through the nose. Switching to the left side, inhale the left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, step the foot through between the hands. Stay on the right toes, right fingertips or palm are on the mat or your block. You're twisting open towards the left. So turning towards the left inner thigh, adjusting the right hip so it's in line with the left, gazing where it works. Keeping the body long here, so as the crown of the head reaches forward, the right heel is pressing back. Firing up the core. When you are ready, take it as slow as you need to. You're lifting the right fingertips away from the mat to stack the shoulders over the hips. Hug in through the navel. Left fingertips reach back, right fingertips reach forward. Keep the arms to a T. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Take the gaze towards the right thumb. Drop the left hand outside the left hip. Send the right arm towards the sky. Shoulders are square. Hips are as low as you're comfortable. Deep breath in. Exhale, the left hand lowers. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Good. Keep squeezing through the right quad. Feel the opening through the hip flexor as we lengthen the right side body. Carefully coming back to square the shoulders. Left arm reaches up, palms face in. Take your inhale. Exhale, waterfall the fingertips to frame the left foot. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, extend the left leg straight. Again, your choice. Toes can stay grounded. Toes can flex towards the face. Right knee can lower. You can come back into that active stretch. So again, for that option, your inhale is the knee bends, hips drop, chest lifts. Exhale, extend and fold. 3 more breaths, how you choose. Keep the breath long and steady. Take it into the backs of the legs. Last one where you are. Meet in your lunge. Bend the left knee. Plant the palms. Take your vinyasa. Maybe the left leg stays lifted. Maybe you find child's pose. Maybe you find downward facing dog. Maybe if you stay in your down dog, you take a few handstand hops. You can take your L jumps. Make sure wherever you are, the neck is relaxed. And you're re-stabilizing the breath. Take one more round. If you're in your child's pose, make your way back into your downward facing dog. From your down dog, big toes come together to touch, heels lift, knees bend. You can jump, step, walk, however you choose. Get to the top of the mat. Inhale first to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, release. Bring the arms by the sides, full breath. Just resetting, moving into our last flow. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, melt. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, flow. Meet me in downward facing dog. As always, you get there how you need to. Make sure the elbows hug in towards the ribs as you lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, right knee to chest. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, step the right foot through between the hands. We're starting off the same way. So you're on the left fingertips or the palm. The right arm reaches towards the sky. Energy through the fingertips. Next inhale, we'll lift this up. Shoulders over the hips. Arms to a T. This time, if you want, right palm can drop. Maybe the left arm lifts. Good. Try to keep the hips square, lengthen through the left side and the chest. Slow, steady inhales and exhales. Slowly bring this back to center. And then we're going to gaze past the left thumb. We're going to carefully open up into warrior two. So you're going to windmill this open. Left heel spirals down. Maybe adjust the stance. Legs can widen. Right toes are facing forward. Left foot is at an angle. Grounding through the outer edge of the left foot. Shoulder blades pull together. Strong arms. And then we'll extend the right leg straight. Maybe heel toeing the left foot in towards the right. We're setting up for our triangle pose. So make sure you're not compromising the hips here. Once the lower body is situated, right fingertips will reach forward. And then once you can't reach any farther, hinge from the right hip, drop the right hand down. Maybe bring it onto a block. You can rest the palm on the shin. If it's in your practice, the peace fingers can grab the big toe. Left fingertips can stay extended towards the sky. The left elbow can bend. Maybe the fingertips rest behind the ear. Left arm can reach forward. Left arm can wrap the low back. Maybe you rest the left hand on the hip. Make sure you're squeezing both quads, squeezing through the core. Good, breathing where you are. Last breath. And we're going to reverse our triangle. So the legs stay long, press through the heels, slowly lift it up. Left hand, left thigh, right arm sky. Next, exhale, bend the right knee. Waterfall the fingertips to frame the right foot. We're moving into our pyramid. So if you have your blocks, you can keep them close by. And just adjust the feet. So step the left foot up and out. Feet can be hip distance or the heels can be in line. Make sure the heels are grounded. Fingertips press to the earth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold the torso over the right thigh. Make sure you're not keeping the head lifted, holding tension in the neck. Let the head fall and hang heavy. Let it relax. Hands can walk even wider, maybe make some space for the shoulders. Lower belly hugs in. Last breath here. Slowly start to walk the hands in, lift the chest. So once the chest is lifted, the right hand will come onto the right hip. The left fingertips are reaching forward. So take a moment here. You're going to need to squeeze the core, zip the navel up. Both heels are pressing down to start. You're going to take a slight bend in the right knee. Left fingertips are still reaching forward. Think warrior three. So this left heel is pressing to the sky. Good, extending through the left arm and the left leg. Right hand can stay on the hip. Right hand can reach straight back, gaze is down. You can stay, or we're going to switch the arms. So now the left hand reaches back, right hand reaches forward. Good, switch. Again, switch. Last one. And then take the right hand forward. So the palms face in, you're in your warrior three. Strong right leg. Last breath. On your inhale, you're gonna rise to stand, pulling the left knee into the chest, bringing the palms to meet, so we're activating the shoulders. Flex the left foot, set up for your figure four. Left ankle comes just above the right knee. Once you find that, sink the hips, weight comes into the right heel. So make sure the left foot is flexed. You're protecting the knee, you're protecting the ankle, you're protecting the hip. Palms can stay here. You can hinge forward, take the forearms down towards the shin. Maybe sink the hips deeper. You can move toward your toe stand. Hips come down towards the right heel. You can twist, left elbow, sole of the left foot, right elbow sky. If your flying pigeon is in your practice, fingertips are coming down, triceps are coming to the shin, palms will eventually plant. You'll shift forward, right heel pulls towards the hip and eventually sends towards the sky. Take your time. You can work towards your side crow. You can work towards your grasshopper. One final breath. Meeting us back when you're ready. Good. From this figure four chair, right hand finds the right hip. Left peace fingers find the left big toe. You're going to rise it back up to stand. Left knee pulls towards the shoulder. Option to take the left hand to the left knee. Good, so option to keep the knee bent, option to press the left heel forward, extend the leg. You can open that up whether you have the knee or the big toe. Maybe the right hand extends out, maybe the gaze follows the right thumb. Keep the chest tall, keep pressing the hips forward. And wherever you are, we're moving straight into our tree pose. Good, so bend the left knee if it's not bent. Adjust what you need to. Sole of the left foot can come inside the right ankle, the right shin, or the right inner thigh. Hands can come onto the hips. Palms can come together at the chest. Keep a micro bend in the standing leg. Chest is tall and proud. Good, you can stay here. Arms can extend straight up. Palms can separate. You can take a mudra with the fingers. You can hug the elbows in. You can interlace the fingers at the low back. Really starting to work the stabilizer muscles through the right leg. One last breath. Slowly release, palms meet overhead. Keep the arms extended. Release this left foot from the right leg. Take a deep breath in. Last one, standing split. Hinge it forward, fingertips to the mat, left toes to the sky. Good, so this is option one. If you want to take it a few steps back, left knee bends and lowers in line with the right. This is your flamingo pose. If you want to take it deeper, left heel presses to the sky, hands walk in, forearm can wrap behind the calf. Maybe the left hand wraps the right ankle. You can take your handstand hops, your choice, holding where you choose. If you're staying in your standing split or your flamingo, you're opening up through the right hamstring. Letting the neck relax. If you're in your standing split, start to make your way through a vinyasa. If you're working those handstand hops, try to gracefully flow it back. Keeping in mind, you can always skip. Keep the breath. Use the exhale. Lift the hips, down dog. Deep breath in through the nose. Fill the lungs. And then open the mouth, let it go. Last flow, inhale, left toes high. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step the foot through between the hands, starting off the same way. Fingertips or palm of the right hand stay down, left arm lifts. Squeeze the core. Find the balance, maybe gaze down. And then start to lift the chest. Good, so shoulders come over the hips, arms start at a T. Squeeze the inner thighs. You can stay, you can drop the left palm, reach the right arm up. Good, breathing into the right side. Gazing where you need to help with your balance. Slowly bringing the arms back to T, gazing towards the right thumb, and then gearing up for your warrior two. So you're gonna windmill it open. Right heel spirals down. Hips sink deeper, maybe the legs come wider. Good, adjust the stance. Tuck the tailbone under. Shoulders are still over the hips, arms extend. Eventually gazing past the left hand, full strong breath. Press through the left heel to extend the leg, and then set up for your triangle. Maybe heel toe the right foot in towards the left. Once the lower body is situated, you're hinging from the hips. So keep the legs strong, send the left hand forward. And then keep the length down both sides of the body as you hinge. The left hand drops, maybe to the shin. Maybe you grab the block, resting the left hand on the block. Again, option to take the peace fingers around the big toe. Option to keep this right arm extended. You can rest the right fingertips behind the ear, just bending the elbow. Arm can reach overhead, bicep in line with the ear. Right hand can catch the hip. Right arm can wrap around the low back. Good, keep the spine long. And then really open through this right side. So we're opening through the oblique, the hip flexor, the IT band. Last breath. Gazing down for balance, we're gonna reverse our triangle. So rise this up, right palm, right thigh, left arm towards the sky. Your exhale, bend the left knee, fingertips are framing the left foot. Block comes out of the way. You're setting up for your pyramid. So this right foot steps up and out, shortening and widening the stance. So adjust the feet as you need to. Fingertips can be on the mat, hands can catch your block. First, we will always lengthen. So take an inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold the torso over the left thigh. Try to keep the hips square, so this side slightly drawing back to the left hip. Pressing through the heels, pressing through the big toes. Keep the inner thighs strong, squeezing together. Neck is relaxed. Lower belly is hugging in. Last round here. Slowly walk the hands in, lift the chest halfway. Left hand starts on the left hip. And then we're gonna send the right arm forward. So take a moment to engage the core. Find the balance here. Start to bend the left knee. Press off the right toes to lift the right leg hip height. So think warrior three with the body. Right arm is reaching forward, right toes are reaching back. Left hand can stay on the hip. Left hand can come in line with the left hip so it's reaching towards the back wall. And then we'll switch the arms. Good, again, switch, switch, switch. Holding here, sending the left hand forward, palms face in, strong, warrior three. Slowly rising up to stand, bending the left knee as you pull the right knee into the chest, flexing the right foot, palms meet overhead. And then set up for that figure four chair. Outside of the right ankle comes just above the left knee, and then you'll start to sink the hips as the knees and the elbows bend. Good, so palms are meeting, thumbs will find the chest, weight is back in the left heel, keep the flex in the right foot. Option to stay, option to hinge forward, forearms towards the shin. Option to twist, right elbow towards the sole of the right foot. This will set you up for your grasshopper. If you want to work towards your flying pigeon, triceps are coming in front of the shin, palms to the mat, left heel to hip, eventually to the sky. Good, taking a few moments, really working the balance here on the left side. Tucking under slightly through the tailbone, lengthening the low back. Maybe taking the hips down towards the left heel for your toe stand, last final breath. From your figure four chair, left hand catches the left hip, right peace fingers will find the right big toe. We're gonna slowly rise to stand, squeezing the left quad, right knee towards the right shoulder. You can stay, you can switch the grip so you have a hold of the knee. You can extend the leg forward. And then whether the knee is bent or the leg is extended, you can take this open to the right. Left hand can stay on the hip, left arm can extend, maybe the gaze follows the thumb. Hips are pressing forward, breath is steady. Chest is lifted as always. Take your time to unwind. We're moving right into our tree pose. So maybe take the peace fingers to bend the knee. Make your way, bringing the sole of the right foot somewhere inside the left leg. So you can find the ankle, the shin, the inner thigh. Hands can find the hips. Palms can come together at the chest. Arms can extend. Take a deep breath in. And then maybe spread the branches. Palms separate. You can find a mudra. Maybe interlacing the fingers, knuckles pressed down. If you need more of a challenge for the balance, gaze can lift towards the sky, eyes can close. Hips press forward, right knee draws back. Last breath here. And then slowly start to make your way back to where you started. The palms are coming together overhead. Keep the arms extended. Release the right leg. Take a deep breath in. Set up for your standing split. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, fingertips to the mat, right heel towards the sky. Option for your flamingo legs. This time right knee bends and comes in line with the left. Option to walk the hands in. Left forearm can come behind the calf. Option to play around with your handstands. Palms plant. Maybe start to lift the left heel and kick the heel towards the hip. Good. Taking these breaths how you choose. Final breath. From your standing split, start to make your way through your vinyasa. From your handstands, try to gracefully make your way back. This time meeting in child's pose. So drop the knees, send the hips to the heels. Good, knees can be wide, chest can fall between the thighs, knees can come together, belly can come onto the thighs, maybe the hands reach back for the feet. One breath here. And then slowly walk the hands in towards the knees. Keep the hips back to the heels and just lift the chest. Knees can stay wide, knees can stay together. Fingertips are gonna walk back slightly, just opening up through the chest. You can keep the hips down. You can lift the hips to open the hip flexors. If you lifted the hips, bring them back down towards the heels. And then maybe lift the knees to stretch through the ankles and the tops of the feet. Slowly dropping the knees, starting to walk the hands slightly forward, just dropping the hips to one side, extending the legs out in front of us. Good, extending the left leg long, bending the right knee, stamping the sole of the right foot outside the left knee, just setting up for a seated twist. So left foot stays flexed, hands are gonna come on the front of the right shin, pulling the knee in towards the chest, sitting up tall. Right fingertips come outside the right hip, left arm reaches up, deep breath in. Exhale, twist it to the right. So use this left arm to press the right thigh away. Hips are grounded, chest is lifted. As always, the exhale will twist deeper. One final breath. Taking a counter twist. Inhale the left arm up, and then exhale both hands off to the left side of the mat. You can walk the fingertips out, maybe pull the chin in towards the chest to round the back. And then slowly walk the hands in towards the left hip. The right hand is catching the right ankle, and you're just gonna lift the foot and place it somewhere inside the left leg. So think the same tree pose that we did when we were standing, but now we're just seated. Hips are grounded, right knee is relaxed, left foot is still flexed. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hinge forward, folding over the left thigh. You can reach for the knee, the shin, the ankle. If your block is close, you can bring it on the sole of the foot to catch the block. And just fold the body over the left thigh, keeping the gaze forward towards the ankle, maybe towards the shin. Slowly releasing, hands walk in, chest lifts. Take the right hand to catch the right knee, pull it in, and extend the right leg straight. So just switching sides, left knee bends, sole of the left foot comes outside the right knee. Setting up for our twist, catch the shin, pull it in close, sit up tall. Hips are grounded, right foot is now flexed. Left hand comes outside the hip, inhale the right arm up. Exhale, twist to the left. Right arm presses the left thigh away. Hips ground firmly into the earth, chest lifts high towards the sky. Relax the shoulders, steady the breath. Final inhale and exhale. And then we'll set up for our counter twist. Right arm reaches up. Both hands come off the right side of the mat. Fingertips press down. Maybe they walk out as you fold. Maybe the left hip lifts. Pull the chin in towards the chest. Slowly walk the hands in, chest lifts. Left hand catches the left ankle. Bring the sole of the foot somewhere inside the right leg. Keep this right leg strong. Hips are still grounded. Left knee relaxes down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to hinge, folding over the right thigh, reaching as far forward as you can to keep the length, and then dropping the hands down to where it's comfortable. Remember the options from the other side. This side is going to be different than the other. Maybe you're a little more flexible, maybe it's a little bit tighter. As always, just honor where you are today, honor where you are in your practice, and keep the breath. And then slowly start to release, hands walk in. Once the chest lifts, left hand catches the left knee. Stamp the sole of the left foot flat to the mat. Right foot follows. We're gonna lower down onto our backs. If you want your prop for your Shavasana, just make sure it's within reach so you don't have to get back up. Slowly start to roll all the way down onto the spine. And then with the knees bent, just maybe walk the feet in a little bit closer to the hips. Right foot stays planted, left toes reach to the sky. Same stretch that we started with. Noticing a little more length down the back of the leg. So flex the left toes. Hands come to the back of the left thigh. Hands are walking up towards the calf, towards the ankle, towards the foot. Hips stay grounded. Shoulders can stay on the mat. You can lift the head. Maybe pull the forehead towards the knee. Maybe extend the right leg straight. Same as before. One final breath here. If you extended the right leg, bring the sole of the foot to the mat. Walk the hands down to the back of the left thigh. Keep the foot flexed. Bend the knee back to that figure four shape. Last time this side. Left palm starts on the left inner thigh. Press it forward. Now if you want to take it deeper, shoulders will lift. You're going to thread the arms through the legs. Lift the right foot, and then you can either interlace the fingers below the right shin or on the back of the right thigh. Once you have a solid grip, shoulders drop back down to the mat. Make sure you're flexing the left foot. Make sure the right knee isn't traveling towards the center of the body. Bring it back towards the right. Keep it in line with the right shoulder. Keep drawing the right thigh towards the chest. Slightly drawing the left knee forward. Once you finish your exhale, start to loosen whatever grip you have, release it. Sole of the right foot comes to the mat. Arms will extend out to a T, back to our twist. When you're ready, your figure four shape falls to the right. Left knee is bent to the sky, right palm can come to the left inner thigh, maybe gaze towards the left this round. Release the right palm, gaze back towards the sky. Bring your figure four shape back to center. Stamp the left foot down, and then extend the right toes towards the sky. Flex the foot, hands find the back of the thigh, and then we'll walk up to where we're comfortable. Maybe lifting the shoulders, bringing the forehead towards the knee. Maybe keeping the sole of the left foot on the mat, maybe extending the leg straight, flexing the foot. Heel presses forward. Last few postures here. Do your best to keep up with that control over the breath. If you extend the left leg, rebend the knee. Once the sole of the foot is on the mat, walk the hands down the back towards the right thigh. And then we'll bend the right knee back to that figure four shape. Foot stays flexed. Right palm starts on the right inner thigh. You can stay. If you took it deeper on the other side, shoulders lift, arms thread through the legs. You can interlace just below the knee on the shin or find the back of the thigh. Once you have that solid grip, shoulders drop back down. Both shoulders and hips should be on the mat. Biceps are engaged. Chin draws in towards the chest. Same as the other side. Watch if the left knee starts to come in towards the center of the body. Bring it back towards the left. Keep pressing out through the right heel. And then we'll start to loosen the grip we have. Release the sole of the left foot to the mat. Arms will come out to a T. Figure 4 shape falls to the left. Left palm can come to the right inner thigh. Gaze can stay towards the sky. Chin can fall towards the right shoulder. Last full breath in and out through the nose. Slowly bring the gaze back to center, release the left palm. Carry your figure 4 shape back towards the center of the mat. Release, bring the knees in towards the chest. Take a moment, just rock gently from side to side. Just releasing through the low back. And in your time, start to find stillness and make your way into your Shavasana. Keep in mind, if you have your props, now's the time to use them. Legs can extend out long. You can find your Supta Baddha Konasana, your butterfly legs, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Arms rest down by the sides. Maybe press down through the elbows to lift the shoulders. Bring the shoulder blades a little closer together and then drop the shoulders back down. Just find a little more widening, a little more openness through the chest. And just settle in here. Close the eyes. Finding stillness, letting everything go. Letting go of all of the control that we focused on during our practice, the breath, the movement, the mind. Start to let the breath flow freely in and out through maybe the nose and the mouth. And just letting that relaxed feeling travel through the body, all the way down through the tips of the toes. Moving into your final rest. And just staying here as long as you need to. Giving your body the time to rest, to absorb all of the benefits from your practice. I hope you enjoyed your practice. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. As always, thank you for joining me. Namaste.